Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the Robinson Arms M96. This thing is a sweet, sweet copy of the Stoner 63, which is honestly pretty sad, but they destroyed a lot of those things after the Vietnam War. So despite them being so popular with the soldiers, they're mostly gone. And again, the real things were transferable machine guns. Apparently one guy in the States owns like 3/4 of them. But what are you going to do? At least Robinson Armament came by and decided to fill a void in the marketplace. So they came and they built a whole bunch of these things. They made their own design that was semi-automatic only. It was approved by the BATF or whatever, so that people can have them. Canada approved them as well. So they're especially popular with us up here because with the 20-inch barrel that exceeds our 18.5-inch minimum for non-restricted status, meaning we can hunt with these, we can take these outside and shoot with them on private land, or basically wherever it's legal to shoot a firearm, we can shoot these. There are two other barrel lengths these came with as well. There was a 17.5-inch and there was a 16-inch. And this was known with the 20-inch as the Expeditionary rifle. The 17.5-inch didn't really have a name, and then the 16-inch was called the Recon. That's how I understand it. Anyways, there was also, much like the original Stoner, which was meant to be very modular and user configurable to basically put the rifle into different configurations. There was the Bren model, which was a top feed, so it had this kind of all reversed, and then the mag went on the top. Those were done even by Robinson Armament, and it's pretty cool. They're very rare, but they are out there. Last one I saw sold for like $3,000 on Gunbroker, but again, I've only seen one in a few years. Anyways, there was also a belt-fed version, which Robinson Armament, I think, originally meant to get to, but just never eventually got to. These were made between 1999 and 2011. At that point in time, they ceased. They were a very expensive gun to make, as they are all stainless steel stampings. And they've got a, is it melaniting? Or there is a special surface treatment that these are all done in that's very durable. Again, super high quality guns. All the internals are super very well quality as well. And you looking at all the welds, like everything was just done really well in these guns. They're very well made. They're soft shooting, they're very nice to shoot, but unfortunately, again, with them being out of production for, getting close to 10 years, replacement parts are drying up, and they're turning into more of a collectible item instead. So I will just discuss the ergonomics really quickly. This was a relatively late model. You can tell if you have a late model due to this rear sight having these cutouts, which were identical to the original Stoner. So that's what these were here. And you've got a flipping aperture. You've got a really tiny peep sight, and you've got a much more open one. It is windage adjustable. Front sight post is elevation adjustable, and also can be drifted for windage as well. This is an adjustable gas block gun. There are at least 5 different settings, so that's just done with a little detent right there, and then spinning this block. Can be done by hand. The muzzle end is drilled, so it's kind of like having a little compensator on there, as this gun was brought forth during the ban era, the Clinton 1994 assault weapons ban that ran between 94 and 2004. Of course, you couldn't have things like threaded muzzle, or that added another feature that was making these things considered an assault rifle. So that's, I believe, why this didn't have a threaded muzzle. Instead, it was just kind of made as a compensated barrel. So I'm going to do a full separate field strip on these things. There's hardly any videos out there that actually do a detailed field strip of this thing, so I'm going to do one, and that'll be available at the same time this video is up. I've also got a shooting video, and hey, why not check out my Instagram as well at arm.and.gun, and I post there daily. I got some video, a little teaser video of this on my IGTV side as well, and then just lots of pictures every day. So but getting back to this thing here, it's all different internals. Like, none of the factory Stoner parts are going to swap into this, apart from furniture, like your buttstock, your pistol grip, your front handguard. I believe those are swappable. So for sure the buttstock is. And this actually isn't the factory buttstock. This guy is here. This would be the factory buttstock that goes in there. Just a fixed one, identical to the factory. A friend put this one together. He just made a custom adapter and put a Galil folding stock on it. Pretty nice, pretty darn cool. It does shoot well folded. So it's just kind of a neat configuration. I really love Galil stocks. They're so solid, and this is a nice, just pull it out, locks in. Definitely a nice little setup. And again, just swaps right in there. So again, due to the ease of making, you could easily make an adapter for this now to run all sorts of other stocks. Though, pretty classic looking gun. Probably want to stick with something decently classic looking on there. And otherwise, I've heard, again, this is a relatively late production gun. There were later ones yet that featured a little index bolt release, very much like the ones found on Robinson Armament's main gun, the XCR series. So this had like an early version of this right here, which was kind of neat. And I haven't seen them on miniguns. Only one that my friend had, and that also had some different kind of optics set up. You either got these sights or you got like an optics rail. That's what this thing is here for as well, as you could put a pick rail in there if you had one. This also was custom made by my friend. He just kind of drilled it out to make it kind of look like this, but he just wanted to have an optics mount for it and didn't have that factory Picatinny rail. And again, as parts are drying up, it's just hard to find stuff. So anyways, that's pretty much it. This is a quick change barrel system. It's very easy to do. I will just demonstrate that in the disassembly video. This is your safety. The safety is very positive and pretty light. It's quite nice to actuate. Nice big oversized paddle. It doesn't get in your way while you're shooting at all, but it is non-ambidextrous. There is also only a 1 mag release. You can get oversized. I've seen these like floating around. There's oversized ones. I'm not sure if they're factory or aftermarket. And then side charging. It is last round bolt holes is open, and it's not reciprocating, which is nice. One other feature is if you flip it upside down, pull the charging handle back, pulling the bolt back, you can stick your finger inside and there's a little, well, basically you can actuate the mechanism that the magazine actuates that holds the bolt open. So that you can also do. And this takes regular StanAg magazines. You can put PMags in there. You can put basically whatever you like. There's even these polymer HK magazines. They will slip right in there too. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for checking it out. Again, please check out my Instagram, @arm&gun, and like and subscribe because I do plan on doing a lot more content for this channel. Cheers, guys. Peace.